Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Listen, I've been asleep since I finished work, and I woke up to the news that Everton have confirmed that Frank Lampard will be taking charge of the club on a 2.5-year deal. I made up, in terms of the potential options, I made up that Frank has got the job. You know, there's a lot of fans out there with opinions about him. There's a lot of fans that he's a bit overrated. You know, he was inherited into a Chelsea squad with a lot of talent, and he didn't exactly hit the targets they wanted, especially in the second season where he got sacked after finishing ninth. But look, there's a lot of positives about him though, and I'm going to be like, the COVID year of football was very difficult for any side. And you know, you can see Liverpool struggling. Yes, they had a few injuries, but I mean, Liverpool are a completely different team. You know, when do you ever see Liverpool lose 6 in a row home? When do you see Everton winning about 15 matches away? It wasn't a season to define yourself as a manager, and especially for Lampard. Yes, yeah, good moments. You know, he obviously brought up like Reece James and Mason Mount and a few others in the squad. Obviously, I don't know if it was his choice in bringing some of the players like Ben Chilwell, Havertz, Werner, and stuff, and players like that. But at the end of the day, there's something about him that I feel like he was different to the other options we was going for. I think he's proven himself a bit more that he can handle management, and I feel like this could be the right move for him. Probably the timing isn't great for him. Ideally, I would have had him if we were sitting in 10th or 11th, but as I've well dressed on other videos, and as you can see in a lot of social media, that Everton are really not in a good position right now. So I'm really hoping he makes a big impact straight away. And you know, we'll find out that like if he's gonna have signings which are gonna help the squad massively. And yes, we have seen today, and I think yesterday as well, that the news that Donny Beek has agreed to join us on loan, and that deal is getting finalised at the moment, which for me is a great signing. You know, my dad's been saying to me that he's a bit slow. He's watched him in games, he's just too slow. It could potentially be another Davy Klaassen type of deal for us, but listen, it's on loan. He's going to want to prove a point, and there's a player in there. There's a player who's got a brain as well. You've seen some of the United performances, the way he passes the ball, moves the ball, and whatnot. He's got a brain. Some of our midfielders don't. Some of our players don't in general. So he's an obvious upgrade on what we've got at the moment. You know, we've got Decore out for a few weeks as well. And what I'm saying a few weeks is he'll be missing a few weeks of games just because of this weekend break we've had, and we won't be playing till Saturday, and then we won't. And that's the FA Cup. So I'm not bothered about the FA Cup at the moment. I really don't care if we get beat by Brentford. Obviously, I would like to see us win and progress and hopefully win a trophy, but my main target this season is for us to stay up, and that's horrendous to say, to be honest, because of what we've been trying to achieve for the past few years since Managerial taking charge. But yeah, so he'll be back and miss about 2 games for us. But yeah, we're just very weak in that midfield. A few injuries out, and we're struggling. We've got the likes of Gabanin, who unfortunately just has been unlucky with injuries. Can't really say any more about that. Obviously, what we've seen from him since, and for a few games, there's nothing there to tell us that he's going to be a really good player for us. But you have to give him time. But then how much time do we have? We've got Alan. You need someone mobile with him, otherwise he's going to struggle. That's just the type of player he is, unfortunately. He's not one of them like Kante who can get around the pitch and cover 2 or 3 people, you know what I mean? 2 or 3 players. And like Davis is just not good enough, to be honest. I love him. I love the fact he supports Everton, you know, he's a fan and whatnot, but like, he's not good enough for us. We just have to keep it as that, to be honest. It's never going to change with him. He is what he is. Delph, always injured. Don't know why he's still here. Rather pay for him to just go. Gomez, not good enough. Never has been. Don't care what people say about his injury and whatnot. He was bad. I don't think he was that great for us at all before then as well. So I don't know where people have got that thing where he was decent for us before the injury. I didn't see anything, to be honest. He played a few very odd, good games for us. But yeah, that's a signing that we really need. And obviously, I think Lampard will like a player like that. I think he's obviously had a word before he even signed for us. That he wants a player like that, and potentially there could be more coming in, and I can see it, to be honest. I can't just see us getting Van de Beek in. We've obviously been worried about, because we haven't had the manager for the past 10 days or something like that, that are we gonna struggle getting anyone in? Is that the end of our transfer business? And I made up that it's not, and we'll just have to push some of these deals over the line. But I have heard that we have been working behind the scenes anyway to try and get some players in, or just at least get in touch, have a short list of who we need and what we need. And it's good the fact that this discussion has been going on throughout the club. It's not just on Mashiri of who we're getting in. And in terms of Mashiri getting Lampard over Vitor Pereira and Duncan Ferguson and others, I'm happy that maybe someone's gone to his, spoken his ear and just said, listen, you cannot keep making rash decisions like this. You need to understand what this club needs. I'm hoping he's had a few lessons about football in the past few days, Mashiri. I really hope he has. I hope he has taken a course, a coaching course, something for him to understand football a lot more, because I don't think he's made the effort to. But yeah, this is the right appointment for us. But yeah, there is rumours that Barkley could be coming back to us. I spoke to someone in my workplace that apparently has a bit more of an insight of what happened with that deal. Maybe he knows people at the club. I haven't got a clue, but he told me that it's not all what it seems. It's not all what's been told about the story about Barkley. You know, fans have got a different story to what actually happens. So if that's actually real, then I'll welcome him back. I'm not going to get into details of what happened, but yeah, I'll welcome him back with open arms. I think this is the move he needs. He just hasn't proven himself at Chelsea. He's been too inconsistent. He's been injured. I just think he needs to get back to playing for us. So I think he'll realize. I think it's someone we need. He runs with the ball. It's just a different type of player again. We haven't got that number 10 for obvious reasons this season. We've been missing that a lot, to be honest. We've been really missing a number 10. Someone who can just cut open a midfield. Someone you can just trust to get on the ball and make something, instead of just passing it onto the wing, which we've been doing all season. It's just not been good enough. So instead of crossing it into the box and hoping for something, we haven't had enough down the middle to create something, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's another option. There's a rumour that Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. I don't really know, but like I looked at his Wikipedia and he's barely played many games for someone who's 26. He's played a lot, but not for someone who's 26. And it just doesn't do anything for me. Yes, he's strong, he's mobile, we can pass the ball and whatnot, but like, there's just something about him where I just don't think he'll fit us at all, and I don't think it's what we need. Yeah, Hudson-Odoi, I've heard that rumour. Not that we're linked, but you know, they're willing to let him go or on loan or whatnot. Doesn't do much for me again. Yeah, so I don't really. And apparently just a going again as well, which would be fantastic, to be honest. I know he's like 32 now or whatnot, but I'll have him in a heartbeat. What he did for us, he deserved a move to someone like PSG. I was devastated, obviously, when he left, but he's someone we need. he's someone we need, but I don't understand why they would let him go. I don't know where this rumours come from. It's only come out in the past few hours from what I've seen. I can't see it, but I'm hoping we can get that deal over the line. I can imagine PSG would let him go. I feel like they might have other players, or they might be trying to bring someone in to fill that department with someone younger. Who knows? But I'd happily bring him back to Everton. But yeah, let's just hope all this works out for us. The next few games are vital for us. Newcastle away especially. Let's just hope Lampard has an impact straight away. The players react to him. This is starter football. He's obviously been appointed for a reason, that he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he wants. He's probably studied Everton for the past few weeks, research, whatnot, looked at the games. He must know what we want. We're crying out, you know, hopefully, because he plays a lot of youngsters, he'll bring Patterson through, which I think under Benitez or Duncan anyway, Patterson would have played at some point. But hopefully just throws him in, you know, because I just like the look of the kid. There seems to be like an attitude about him. I like he's got pace as well. He's an actual right back as well. There's not someone like Godfrey slotting in. Kenny, unfortunately, is just not good enough. Even though he hasn't really put a foot wrong, he just hasn't really been effective for us. Well, we did get an assist the other day, but I don't know. There's a reason why we've got someone else in. But yeah, Godfrey's just not a right back, and like he played left back for some reason against Villa, and there was just nothing there because he can't cross a ball, he can't really do much, to be honest. Godfrey can just bomb it up the pitch and down. So that really messed us. That wasn't really good for us against Villa. We needed someone who's naturally gifted at left back, like the Luka Dean. Unfortunately, he was playing for the opposition side and got the assist. So yeah, I'm hoping he gives youngsters a chance. Gordon, he'll hopefully thrive under them. We've got Onyengu in the middle. Seen bits and bits. He hasn't played much, but he might see something in him as well. The main thing is get to the summer, stay up, and he can work his magic then, hopefully. But I'm made up that he's been picked over the other options. I didn't want Rooney, to be honest. I made up that Rooney turned down the job, and you know, I'm happy that he's staying at Derby, and hopefully he can keep them up. But he's just not for me now. Not for me now. I don't think this is the right move for him, even though he's working wonders. So yeah, obviously I'm anxious. Obviously Lampard isn't guaranteed to bring us success and stability at this club, but you've got to just hope, haven't you? You've got to try something new. You see Steven Gerrard, the way he's impacted Villa, and just the way he is anyways, you know, I can't stand the man, but there's something about him that he's just going to be a really good manager, as he was a very good player. I'm hoping it will turn that same way for Lampard. And yeah, what's your thoughts on it, guys? What do you think, and who do you think we need in as well? Oh, and yeah, Paul Clements as well, just to let you know, like, is going to be Frank Lampard's assistant. He was assistant to Carlo Ancelotti, which is a person I'm not really fond of, but yeah, he's had some top jobs, and I'm hoping that, you know, he will give Lampard advice as well and whatnot. Hopefully this just really works out well for all of us. But yeah, what's your opinions, guys, on the appointment of Frank Lampard, the transfers, the rumours, sorry, and who do you think we need? I don't want any desperate option, you know, I don't want desperate buys and whatnot. I want us to be, you know, realistic and not stupid in the next 24 hours. Pick players we actually need. But yeah, anyway, as always, subscribe, like, comment in this video. It really does help me channel out, and I highly do appreciate it. I'm gonna try with other, let's say, YouTube channels for the opposition, let's say when we're playing against Newcastle, I'm going to have a little look and try and get in contact with someone who does a Newcastle YouTube channel. They don't necessarily have to be big. They could be starting up like myself, and hopefully I can do a video with them or something, because it'd be nice to get some contributors to this channel. But yeah, I'm over and out, and yeah, see you soon.